Good morning. I'll wait a couple seconds, almost a minute, to see if anybody jumps on. It is 10:17. Sorry, a couple minutes late. Caught my daughter's cold, so I'm a little stuffy today. Not too bad. Weather here's kind of nice. A little chilly, but not really cold. I was looking at those Facebook memories, and last year it snowed today, and today, this winter seems a lot warmer. So if you jump on, say hi, so I can make sure I can see comments. Just saying that I'm a little stuffed up. Snow decided to share her germs with me, and got me sick. This week, we will be talking about the center block. Now that we have all of our pieces made, this is my favorite part of a quilt. You have all your components made and you're ready to put them together. And I know I see a couple people decided to work a little bit of ahead and post their blocks. So just for no confusion, we haven't done the corner blocks yet. We're just on the center block. So if you see those posted already, those people are just working ahead. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Dory. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Jessica. Yeah, I hope I don't lose my voice. I think she's just been stuffed up for a week, and so hopefully that's all it is. That's what I'm hoping. Nothing worse. So center block. Mine, I use different fabric for the little demo, but this is my center block. I'm kind of like, oh, maybe I should have done one of the florals for the center, but oh well. I did the bright pink. Hi, Rose. Hi, Sue. Oh, cool. We're getting bunches of people on today. So everybody, if you haven't finished trimming up your half square triangles, this block this week is super easy so that you can catch up. Hi, Susan. That's kind of why I did this one on this block on its own. Hi, Anita. Just so that people that either are just joining us, there's some people that are just downloading the pattern still, this will give you guys a little bit chance to catch up with the group, and those people that, the half square triangles do take a while to trim up. I just finally finished mine. Was it yesterday? No, Sunday or Saturday I finished, because I got preoccupied. So this week's really easy block. Hi, Kelly. Whenever you do, I guess it's called a square and a square. I like to do the flip method just so that we're not cutting triangles on the bias and sewing them onto the bias and worrying about that getting wonky. When you use a solid piece and a solid piece, it's more stable, I feel. Oh no, Anita, you don't have any sound? I don't know why you don't have any sound. Can other people hear me? I don't even know how I would go about muting this. Let me know if you can hear me, other people. Maybe it's just Anita's phone something's wrong with her phone. When you do... You can hear me? Okay, cool. Kelly can hear me. Michelle can hear me. Okay, so, Anita, I think there's something wrong with your phone, but you can't hear me. I don't know. Okay, cool. People can hear me. So I like to do this because I feel like it's a little more stable. Yeah, you might be wasting this fabric, but I do know that some people, same with the flying geese, they'll do their seam, and then they'll draw another line 1/2 inch out and make a little half square triangle with this little bit. This is the size of the baby. It's a 6.5 inch square with 2 3.5 inch squares. And basically, you just draw a line from one corner to the other. And it's kind of hard to see on this color fabric, huh? Can you kind of see that purple line? And then when you sew, you want to butt it up on the outside of the line. Kind of like you're still chomping on that drawn line, but not in the center. You want it to be on the very outer edge of it. Doing that kind of makes it a scant seam, and when you go to press it open, see it will go all the way to the edge where it is. I know I've seen other people where they just trim out this centerpiece, but when you draw on the outer of the line, you don't really need to. I don't like all that bulk, so you can trim off this whole corner and it'll be the correct square size. And then you kind of square it up to make it the correct size. So most important part of this is sewing on the outer edge of this, not really far out, not a 1/4 of an inch out, just chomp right on that edge of that purple or whatever color line you drew. And that just kind of makes your block the correct size, and you might have to trim it down a little bit, but you shouldn't have to. If you go too far in, not right by the line, you might worry about not having a 1/4 inch at the top. So that's why I would just say chomp right on the side of that line. And so I just cut them off with my scissors, eyeball a 1/4 of an inch. So it kind of looks like this. And then you want to you want to press it with your iron to set the seam. And then you finger press it open. One of the reasons you finger press it open, it's just a little more gentle than if you were to just press it open with your iron. And then, because sometimes I know if you're pressing with your iron and pulling, sometimes you can see threads here. But if you just finger press it open and then press it down with your iron, you don't see the threads. It's just a nice, clean fold. So that's what we would do. We press these sides open. Press, not iron. Swirling motion can cause wonkiness. Good morning, Lynn. And then once that's all pressed and nice, you're going to want to line your next 2 sets of squares on the other edges. And make sure you line it up to the edge of this purple, you know, your background color. And then draw another line inside. So right on the edge of the drawn line. So it gives you that nice little bit extra fabric so that your block is the correct size. If anybody has any questions, let me know. I know this block is so quick and easy. This video is probably going to be done while people are still trying to jump on. And then I just trim these off. Again, press and finger press it open, and then should have my iron here. But when you're going to trim it, so say you have it all pressed out and you're going to trim it, you want to make sure you don't trim this too short. If it is the correct size, don't trim it at all. We want to make sure we have a 1/4 inch here, 1/4 inch here, 1/4 inch here, and 1/4 inch here. Hi, Pen! Because we want to save these points. So this is my finished one for my quilt that I'm making with you guys. So when you are trimming them, what I like to do, hi Sandra, line my ruler up. So this is supposed to be 10.5 inches. You want to line the ruler up at the 5 1/4 mark. So it's going from this point to this point. If you have a large ruler, you line it up here on the 5 1/4, and you know, boom, 10.5 inches, 5 1/4, and mine really doesn't need to be trimmed at all. Part of it down here is actually a little smaller than it should be, I think. Like just a tiny, tiny bit, maybe. But that's okay. I'm going to hide that in the seam. And then, so if your guys' aren't turning out perfect, you can always hide that a little in the seam. And also, oh good, Anita, you got the sound back. Hi Tracy. Hi Kelly. You planned this perfectly, so we have time this week to finish our half square triangle. Exactly, Kelly. I thought, you know what, 92 half square triangles, that's a lot. And some people only get like 1 day to sew. And I know I only get like an hour a day. So I thought, you know, this week, super easy, so people can catch up and, you know. So line it up here. So if you're doing the baby size, you're going to line it up on the 3 1/4 for your center, because you want the full thing to be 6 1/2. And then for the queen and king, your square is going to be 14 1/2 inches. So, and king. King and queen are the same size blocks. You're just adding those 2 extra rows on the side. So if you guys are making a king size, I added an extra supplemental PDF in my Craftsy account. It's on the same, like if you were to go to the Aloha Ripple Quilt download, you go there and there's a PDF that tells you exactly how much pieces you're going to be adding. And because I don't know, Craftsy sends out an email to everyone that downloaded the pattern, but sometimes that might go to your spam. So I just want you to know there's directions for the king if you're doing that. So that would be 14 1/2. So you would line the center up with 7 1/4 and make sure this half is 7 1/4 and the other half is 7 1/4. Any questions about that? Hi, Jody. Oh no, your computer wasn't wanting to start during the video. I'm like almost done. If nobody has any questions, this block is really quick and easy, and you know, as long as you sew along those lines that you draw, it should end up perfect. Hi, Lisa. Oh, Jessica, you're using the hair marker? Awesome. Yeah, and then you don't have to worry about any ink, because I know even though my purple marker says disappearing ink, when you iron it, the ink reappears, and then you kind of have to wait for it to wash out. So some people don't like washing their quilts right away, and so that purple would be showing. Oh, cool, Kelly, you're making the king size. That's awesome. I would love to see that on a king size bed. I have a king size bed, but I haven't gotten up the courage yet to make one. I have a pattern specifically that I'm going to make for my king size bed. It's just like the next pattern that I'm going to do. Oh, thank you, Dory. I hope this doesn't last long, you know. So next week, we'll be doing corner block A. Corner block A and corner block B are different. So don't just make 4 of A and think you're good, because A is going to be this top one and this bottom one. And then B will be this top one and this bottom one. So 4 of A won't work. So I'm excited to make this. It's kind of a big block, but since all these are kind of like mini blocks and you're just sewing the mini blocks together. I like sewing them together in strips, if you notice in the pattern. You could sew 4 together at a time and then make your strips like that. However you prefer, you know, patterns are a suggestion. So if you like to form your big blocks a different way, go the way you like, okay? Oh no, Sandra, winter weather advisory. I know, everybody is posting pictures of snow, but we are just getting rain and cold. Since I'm not feeling very good, I was up at 5, and I was cutting fabric for Snow's quilt, and then I realized I cut out like 40 of the wrong color squares. So I'm trying to figure out if I have enough of that fabric to do the right dimensions. I think I do. So I was cutting all the pieces out this morning for Snow's quilt. I'm making her a swoon quilt. So hopefully I can cut out the right amount. If not, those are going to be a little scrappier blocks to the next 10. We'll see. I'll post a picture in my Happy Cloud Creations Facebook page just to show you guys my progress. Hopefully I can work on that block tonight. I got 10 more blocks, then I'll be done. This is, Dory, this is the baby size. So, it's not super big. If you can see. It's not as tall as me. So this is at my feet. I'm 5'4". It would make a good, like, wheelchair quilt, the small one, the baby size, or a lap quilt for someone that's like sitting most of the time. The throw size is a little bigger. Let's see. The baby size is 36.5 by 42.5 inches. The throw size is 60.5 by 70.5 inches. The queen is 84.5 by 90 98.5 inches, and then the king is a 98.5 by 98.5. So that's not going to give you a ton of drop, but it should be fine. You could also always put an extra border on that king if you don't think it's enough drop. Hi, Connie. So that's what we're doing next week is the block A, 2 of them. Since all of our components are finished, those blocks should go together pretty quickly. So that's why I'm having you do 2 of them. And then I will be on here at 10:15 next Tuesday to do another live video just to kind of go over, see if anybody has questions for that. And then also I wanted to let you guys know that I'm doing a fabric giveaway since I reached 2,000 likes on my Facebook page. So if you guys want to go over to my Facebook page, you can enter win this Wonderful Things fabric bundle. Sorry, it's only U.S. residents only because shipping is crazy expensive and I have no sponsors. So this is coming out of my pocket, but I wanted to thank you guys for following me. So I was going to give this away to one lucky winner, and the winner will be chosen Friday morning, so go enter that. Yeah, Michelle, I saw other people doing the idea of a small baby for a wheelchair quilt, because I've seen people, it's like that would be the perfect size, so you don't have to worry about your quilt getting dirty. Or a work chair quilt, like because I used to work in an office and I would get cold all the time. So that'd be a perfect size if you're like at work. Put it on your lap. If you enter willing to pay for shipping to Canada, I think Canada's shipping would be fine. Like through my shop, I ship to Canada. Canada's a lot cheaper than, because I know, like, shipping this to Australia or Europe or anything like that would be, oh, I don't know, $30, $40. I'm like, But United States, it's only like $3. So I'm thinking Canada would probably be $5. It's not that much more than the United States. So you can enter in Canada. Canada people can enter. I should revise that. Car lap quilt, too. Good idea, Kelly. So does anybody else have questions or anything? I think this might be the halfway point of the quilt along. We got block A, block B, then we got putting all the blocks together, and then the last week is just kind of basting, quilting, binding. So halfway done, guys. I'm excited to see everybody's progress and seeing everybody's center block. Thanks for everyone joining me in this quilt along. I'm having a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are having fun too. So I will be back on here to talk to you guys next Tuesday at 10:15 Pacific Standard Time, United States, West Coast, United States. So I will see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great day.